Hello guys and welcome back to some more Outer Worlds 2. Last time we were here, we went and explored a bunch of shit. Kind of. I mean, we went south, then we went west, and then south, and then we went northeast. So, we explored a decent chunk, I would say. Relatively. So, there's that. But anyway, let's go talk to the guy that we're supposed to talk to in the beginning.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain. Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my two old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No,
Auntie.
Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Car. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? Perish the thought. The first rule of diplomacy is never to slight a potential ally, if it can be avoided. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? Who doesn't get such a compulsion from time to time? Well, if you're serious about it, I suspect we can assist one another. You help me, and I'll get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. You're a hard sell. All right, I'll play this your way. If I attain my goals, I suspect I shall find it far easier to ascend within Auntie's choice. And I'm especially willing to aid you. Did that get your attention? Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, But for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. Grafted soldiers were the subjects of the Enhanced Soldier Program, so named as its intent was to utilize nature to enhance a soldier's natural talents. Unfortunately, the program resulted in many casualties, and what few successes we had were literally short-lived. Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of mental reset designed to bring them closer to the Protectorate ideal. But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there a more beautiful phrase?
I'm gonna say there is a more beautiful phrase, and I feel like the whole aspect of me just talking to you kind of feels like I'm just, I don't know. How would I say this, guys? Because I'm thinking about this and I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, let's go to this ministry and retrieve the information. Okay.
Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
Good point. Yeah, I'll be back. Let me talk to them. Okay.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's Choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
That's fair enough. I could pull that off.
You
It's
there.
crazy.
Still got work if you're looking.
Sure, why not?
You're
Fuck it.
here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
Heading to the communication tower in the north. Might blow it up if I feel like it.
Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
Alright, well. Have you seen any unusual Protectorate? I'm looking for someone named DeVries.
Unusual refers to every turncoat and is not a halfway strong enough phrase. Try gormless cretins who can not so much as wipe their running noses without begging permission. Don't know if there's a DeVries here, not my department. Milver Street befriends the ex-subjects, keeps tabs on them. Ask him. Why are you looking for them? Who are they to you?
If this person were to triplicate, I'd cut them down and or bake them an instant if I could.
A matter of revenge, is it? Mightily effective motivator for the troops. I've no doubt you'll find your target afore long.
Let's take a step back. I'd like to know more about this place.
This fine settlement is Fairfield. Once in the Protectorate's grasping claws, now Auntie's newest foothold on Paradise Island. When we arrived, it was thick with yaysayers, a hair's breadth away from sacrificing themselves to their old masters. Now they've seen the golden glow of the free market. Entertaining as it is to root out dozens of entrenched, suicidally murderous subjects, I'd take the efficiency of capitulation any day.
And if you need the denizens to do anything, it helps that you have troops in their homes.
Friend, they already do whatever I want. Word no ain't in their kin. The issue is they've no initiative and are thus of limited use for anything beyond the menial. The local citizenry is welcome to up and leave, if the thought somehow enters their desolate brain pans. Ain't many places they could go to safely, though. Milver Street always insists on an exit interview, too. In a rare change of fate, we actually did have one would-be exitee last month, but the good minister convinced him to stay.
Doesn't surprise me. He seems like someone capable of talking just about anyone down.
Except myself, as he's noted on numerous occasions, always gives me this weepy, canid pup expression as he says as much. He's fortunate I'm under strict orders not to stab him. I hope that has sated your curiosity.
Okay.
If it hasn't, seek Milver Street. The subjects are within his purview more than mine.
All right. Well, let's see what it is you want,
I
though.
want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war. Name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
Wouldn't it be simpler to kill everyone in the facility?
Certainly could. I wouldn't shed a tear on behalf of those drones, but the Protectorate is used to losing its people, and there'll no doubt be a replacement crew in a week's time. The repair center itself needs to be permanently put out of commission. Anything else is temporary.
Okay. Well, what's the plan for infiltrating the facility?
Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper.
Okay. I wanna think about this more before I make a decision.
Think all you like. Speak to Milver Street if he ain't already stuck his hooks in you. I'm confident you got the spine for what must be done.
Okay. So, in that case, let's actually first do this stuff just so we can get this taken care of. Okay. Dear insert receiver here, I regret to inform you that your insert person here was killed in action at insert location on insert date here. I know the sorrow that this message brings you, but no insert person here was a valuable anti-choice asset that insert pronoun here contribution to the war effort on Eden will not be forgotten. Oh, that's nice. They added even I didn't even realize this. I was making the whole like joke of like, oh, copy paste. They actually provided like non-binary options. That's actually nice. Good for them. I appreciate them. Oh, what the? I'll admit, I was not expecting that. Is it you? Here we go. Available appropriate protectorate lodgements. Augustine de Vries, House, Red Trim Circle Windows. Beatrice Lorenz. Okay, cool. Alright. Do I have enough keys? Do I even know if I have enough keys? Yeah, how do I know I have enough keys? Oh, I do have enough keys. Okay. All right. Cool. So let's go and take care of this. Go here. I feel like this is going to help us a little bit. Is that the red root? Oh, here we go. Subject of read. Here we go. Important announcements. Betrayal of the Order. As of this day, the Order of Ascendant has declared themselves enemies of the Protectorate. That they have chosen to do so in the wake of corporate invasion of our beloved colony attests to their true nature. It is now obvious that the corporate incursion was somehow helped by the traitors of the Order. Alsa would have been crushed before it began. Rest assured, the Sovereign knew of their treachery well in advance of their betrayal and thus was not taken by surprise. I feel like I'm reading this beforehand. I don't know why this is coming up again. Any communications from stuff and things? Cool. Alright. Scourge of Inferred. Yeah, okay, yeah, no. So we did read those already. Welcome. Subject of Rees. You are to report to your post in the Information Input and Retrieval Department at 6:30 tomorrow. Or 6:30 tomorrow. Or well, how would you say that? 6:30, I guess. 6:30 maybe. Tomorrow, as I'm sure I don't need to tell you. Every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant their role may seem to be. We expect you to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Glory to the Sovereign. Baseball. Subject of Reese. It is not unheard of for one to sustain injuries in the course of a spiritual match of pitchball, even ones as serious as your shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. In my experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to an overindulgence of the Sovereign's Pride vodka. While this is an understandable misconception, such overindulgence does not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience to our Sovereign. Fortunately for you, in the short time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative, so this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nevertheless, it is your duty to work through such injuries, to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside one's self-importance to elevate us all. Remember, we're all key components of safety and success of the Protectorate. What the fuck, dude? This is like some cult shit. Subject of Rees. Your recent irregular behavior has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I'm not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has been reportedly not been rectified by a course of mental refreshment. Thank Sovereign. And it's incumbent upon me to follow up on the report that you were heard espousing opinions similar to the precepts, maybe precepts? I don't know. Of the traitor's order. I am certain this is but a miscommunication. These somewhat confusing times, do not let it happen again.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
Where did she put that? What? Oh, hello. Ha 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 ha! I fucking knew it, bitch. DeVries' tracker appears to have surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Oh, was that supposed to be like the thing that I was supposed to use? Well, congratulations. I just fucking found it because I'm just that good. Alright, messages. Hold on. Return to roots. Mission logs. Mission log.
My cover story has worked.
Oh, perfect.
I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters.
Okay. 153
I
now.
thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Okay, and this one.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
Well, that answers why that just seems really fucking gruesome for a fucking game of pitchball, which is essentially just a modified version of baseball. Shit, dude.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
No idea. It's all a little strange to me.
How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
What were people saying about her?
I thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
It must have been after my time. I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
Yeah. I always ascribe to malice, even what I don't even know what the fuck.
Cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
Oh man. I'm like looking at this whole thing and I'm just saying, I'm not surprised religion's been used to control and manipulate for eons. Oh god, the fucking craziness of this shit is something.
Done some good too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
I couldn't agree more than that.
If only DeVries had shared in that good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Friendly like. Oh shit! Hey! Well, they did say that I would need to get some engineering, so I might as well toss some stuff into engineering. Just so we can actually, you know, maybe get some progress done on that. It's not like we can get anything else. It looks like Auntie's Choice and Sub Rosa are now even. The order I just haven't met. Codex-wise, logs. Okay. But before we actually continue with, I do want to check out the messages, because I haven't actually looked at this. To Sergeant Lockwood. Subject farewell. To Savannah Lockwood from Augustine DeVries. Savannah, your last missive stung to me to my core. I can't believe you would accuse us of such. Yes. I'm still in contact with Victor. The schism between the Protectorate and the Order is of no consequence to us, but you are decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear. And I can assure you the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done, and I've been forced to live with. But therein lies the rub. I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger ending of the Sentinels versus the Cult of Corporatism 6th chapter? One way or another, I fear we are hurtling towards that same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost. Regardless, my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, see you in the equation, my friend. Alright, what's this? How can you say you've never burdened me with what you've done? You may never shared specifics with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us to all new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void-damned cereal and whatever it is you're planning, and please come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I am holed up in the old Order Chapel, of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me and Victor. Huh. Oh. Well, we might as well do that, because obviously the next main thing that we'll have to deal with is this. This is where it's going to be a big pain in the ass, but let's focus on the other stuff, shall we? God, the fucking speed that you go in this is actually kind of nuts.
Let's keep your lamp.
Oh, I got... Sprint years crouching really have done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak, but as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Plus 50% crouch speed. Crouching emits a 10-meter radius sound that hostiles can hear. Yeah, no. Fuck that, dude.
Keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Hostile wildlife. Familial classification of Raptidon. Detected ahead.
I swear that wasn't planned.
Huh. Well. You can chill. I have no problem just waltzing around you. You seem like an adorable little thing that doesn't want to kill anything. I hope. But yeah, as much as I don't mind the 50%, like the plus 50% speed increase, that's not going to be great when you can fucking hear me. Again, I'm someone who enjoys stealth. Oh, little sprats.
We're closed.
You sure about that, honey? Mm-hmm. coming in and taking your shit, woman. Cause fuck your baby.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
And you're a friend of Augustine de Vries, aren't you?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
Well, let's
And
let
how
them
are you
talk.
going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
Oh, yeah.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
And what is what is that?
I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Victor's the guy who you accused her of conspiring with, right?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Did she ramble on about the Sentinels versus cult of corporatism serial?
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
And would you like to elaborate on why again?
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
Oh, how did you two meet?
We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing.
Okay, so what do you know about what she's doing at Vox Station?
What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
Well, it seems like knowing her was a bit unsettling, though.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
Did you ever see her again, though?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
Was she there? Did you talk to her?
No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
Well, I keep hearing about the Order. It's like, what is that?
Just a religion driven by algorithms, maths, predictions of the future. They believe they will eventually solve the universal equation and know everything, rid humanity of uncertainty.
Well, is it true that the Order somehow helped Auntie's aid, like the Protector is saying?
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
Alright. Well, it's all fascinating, but I have to find her before she does something drastic.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
Okay, I'll see what she has to say for herself if I,
That's all I can ask.